Hey everyone, Cassandra Brooks here, your AMIClipper.com spokesmodel, and I'm wearing a veil. If you don't already know, you might think it's weird that I'm wearing a veil, but I am engaged and I'm in the process of planning my wedding. Actually, we have gotten quite a few comments wanting to see, like a vlog on the wedding planning experience and just updates on my wedding. So that is exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. So if you guys want a little backstory on how me and my fiance met and how we were dating, all that kind of fun stuff, I actually filmed a video on my personal channel, which is youtube.com/MissCassandraBrooks. And I just did a boyfriend tags where I ask him like 20 different questions about me and he has to answer them off of the top of his head. It's kind of funny. But anyways, you can get to know him a little bit there. And then I do kind of just want to share with you how we got engaged because I haven't filmed a video on that. So here we go. It was actually after Valentine's Day. It was the weekend after Valentine's Day. It's a Saturday morning and it's raining. So we ordered breakfast from a little diner down the street and he went and picked it up, which is weird because I normally go and pick up the food. So he comes in and he brings the food and he screams, "The food's here, babe." So I literally run into the kitchen like a mad woman. I rip open the plastic bag and I rip open the first, there was like a little to-go box that I assumed was my bacon. I was hoping it was my bacon. I could smell bacon and I was just like, get in my belly. So I rip it open and there's a ring box in there. I'm kind of like, what? Oh, this is weird. Did they give me the wrong order? And so then I opened the ring box and I'm like, I was floored. Literally, the room was spinning around me and I was about to faint. And I turn around and he's down on one knee asking me if I will marry him. But I don't even hear that because my thoughts were so loud in my head. It was taking over. And I kind of see him on his knee, but I don't really register that he's asking me to marry him. And finally, he's just down there forever. He's like, "Babe, my knee's starting to hurt me." And I was like, "Oh, yes." Yes, of course I'll marry you. And then, we kissed and whatever and told our family. So that was how we got engaged. It was crazy. And ow, I just slapped myself in the face. So we got engaged in February, and then I knew that I really wanted to have an engagement party. So we actually planned an engagement party, which was in April. So we got engaged the end of February, and the middle of April is when we had our engagement party. And I actually have a video on my personal channel, shameless plug again, and it is just my engagement party tips. So I did the engagement party. Mainly a lot of it was do it yourself. I had a lot of help from my family and his family, and my friend let me use her house. So it was a lot of fun, but it was really, really stressful. So if you do want to figure out a way to throw an inexpensive engagement party, but it's still elegant, you can watch some of my tips for the do it yourself. It will really help you save money, and then hopefully you can learn from the things that stress me out and don't let them stress you out. You don't need a nervous breakdown during the party. It takes away from the fun. So right after I got engaged, I started buying all those bridal magazines and doing research online to try and see color schemes and all that stuff. And it's so overwhelming because you think when you're a little girl that you know what your dream day will look like. And then once you get engaged, you're like, I really have no idea what my wedding is supposed to look like. The budget, I have a lot of girlfriends that they set a budget, but the budget really wasn't what they were going by. They set this budget and then they just kept going over it and over and over it. You really need to set a realistic budget. Look at your guys' income combined and what can you guys really afford to set aside. Are your parents helping you? That's great. If they're not helping you, you really need to know what is affordable for you. A lot of people, they finance these huge, crazy Kim Kardashian weddings and then they're in debt for so long. Do you really want to be in debt just to have a nice wedding? Or do you want to be able to, have a nice wedding, but to still not be crazy in debt and one day, hopefully soon, buy a house, And that's what you really need to figure out. What's important to you? Do you just want to marry this person? Or do you just want to show off in front of your friends? I swear I could talk forever about this wedding stuff. Anyways, we set the budget at the end of August, and then pretty much I spent all of September shopping online, finding different venues, just sending emails to different venues, asking for quotes. If you guys want to try and save money, I highly recommend checking out community centers or even state or county-owned properties like beaches and parks, because a lot of those times, those places, they're only going to charge you for a city permit or state permit, whatever it is. And so you save a lot of money with that. A lot of times they do have restrictions though, like no smoking or no alcohol. But if you're saving a lot of money, It was like October 9th is when we found the place. My fiance and I went to this local venue, was having like an open house night. So pretty much they set up, you know, the entire grounds like there was a wedding going on, and it was gorgeous. And so we ended up booking it. It's called Eden Gardens and it's beautiful. So pretty much the weekend after we set the venue was the weekend that I asked my girls to be in the wedding. I just kind of went out to brunch and I made little gift bags for them with their name. And on the back I wrote, "Will you be my bridesmaid?" Like, check yes or no. And I had like a Sharpie hanging from the bag. It was really cute. So I asked them after we set the venue just because it seemed more real to me. Like, all right, everything's going, everything's in motion. And I felt comfortable asking them then. My fiance asked his guys to be in the wedding at the engagement party. It's really up to you. Whenever you feel comfortable asking is when you should do it. There's no right or wrong with that. After I asked my girls to be in the wedding, they all said yes, thank you. It was time to go dress shopping. I actually went dress shopping like right after I got engaged. And then I realized, wow, I have like a year and a half until my wedding. What if I change my mind on the type of dress I want? And it was like the first bridal store I went to. I liked the dress, but there was something off about it. So I didn't get the dress then, and I'm so glad. Me and my mom and a couple of my bridesmaids went shopping one day. It was like a whole entire day. Let me tell you, even if you love shopping for a bridal dress can be so stressful. I mean, we're driving around all of Orange County, going to like every single bridal store, and be careful, a lot of bridal stores are closed on Sundays. So make sure you do your homework and make an appointment. If it's a really popular bridal store, chances are they won't be able to get you in for a fitting if you just do a walk-in. The only dresses I liked were like $5,000. Which, I'm sorry, I could not justify spending $5,000 on a dress. That was not in the budget. Like, my mom said she would help me out with the dress, but I knew she couldn't afford $5,000 either, so that is just crazy. So then we went shopping again, actually this past weekend, and I found my dress! Ah! And there's a bunch of bridal stores on Ventura Boulevard if you're in the area. And so we just kept popping into different ones. I didn't have appointments, but we walked into this one. It's actually called Encino Bridal and Tuxedo. They do tailoring as well. So we walked in there and they didn't have a huge dress selection, but they had the dress. So I tried it on. It was actually a Casablanca dress was the brand. And I don't really have a picture of it because I'm doing a lot of custom altering to it that, like, even if I showed you a picture of the dress, it's not what it's going to look like. So I really just want to wait to show you the dress, but I will describe it to you. Pretty much it was like a tube top dress, mermaid style, but I'm altering it so that it's sweetheart neckline. And I'm also adding like rhinestones to the dress. And the bottom of the dress where it starts to poof out like a mermaid, I'm going to have them put in a hidden zipper. That way, like during or after our first dance, I can like zip off the bottom part of my dress and I have a tight, short reception dress. So it's two dresses in one. Everyone was telling me when I was going to bridal stores, like, you don't need like to have that put in. Like, why don't you just buy a second dress? Well, no, I don't want a second dress. In my mind, since I was a little girl, I always had one dress for my wedding. Well, now it's popular to have two dresses, but I don't want two dresses. I want a magic dress. I want it to turn into a second dress. So the Encino Bridal and Tailoring, they are going to make that happen. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't breathe. It's perfect. So I'm going to be ending the video here. That's pretty much everything I've been dealing with since I got engaged. It is a lot of fun. If you're feeling a little stressed, just take a deep breath because this can be, you know, fun. Doesn't have to be stressful. And I'm just rambling. I could talk for days about this topic, but before you get bored, I'm going to send you guys away. If you are interested in seeing more updates, maybe I can make another video for you. Just let me know. And that's about it. I gotta go plan some more wedding stuff. Bye, girls. Mwah!